is technically 1 degree below average, so we added a blue box to our monthly calendar here. And overall for the month of May, it looks like it is trending below average. What's going to be changing though is that for the rest of the week, we should be either right at average, if not even a little bit above average, and there's not going to be much rain in our forecast. Wanted to show you this because this is actually pretty impressive. Last week, we saw rain 5 of the 7 days. Luckily, much drier outlook for this week, and even into the weekend, maybe a stray shower or thunderstorm, but that chance still looks to be fairly low for most spots. High temperatures though, they will be getting back upper 80s tomorrow, so right near average, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're talking high temps about 5 degrees above average. So getting a little bit warmer for us. This is going to be thanks to changing upper level patterns, so bringing in an upper level ridge and just keeping our temperatures pretty warm, and usually with an upper level ridge keeps you relatively dry too. Here's a current look over SRP Park. We have the Green Jackets taking on the Cannonballers. Great weather out there tonight, and they have temperatures currently still in the 80s, but we'll be falling into the 70s and 60s during game time. The only concern as we get into late tonight, early tomorrow, is that there could be some dense fog found around the area. So if you do have that early morning commute, that is going to be right around sunrise. Just a heads up, there could be some low visibility found right at daybreak. That will be pretty widespread across the area, so I'd imagine many spots in the CS already do see at least some fog, maybe less dense and more dense, kind of depending on where you live. But once we get past, say, 9 a.m., I'd imagine most of that fog's getting out of here. And it looks to be just as nice heading into tomorrow. Partly cloudy skies and high temps topping out into the upper 80s. Now, our wind direction will be changing tomorrow. So once that happens, that is going to be increasing our humidity and our temperatures. So that's why we get into the 90s. And then by this weekend, with just added humidity, maybe we see an isolated summer storm. But here's the setup. So high pressure is now just off towards our northeast. So wind flow around high pressure is clockwise. So we see wind travel this way around high pressure. That's why we do have an easterly wind today. But it's been fairly light though, because this high pressure dome has been kind of right on top of the region. So I haven't really seen much of a breeze today. Once that gets further off the coast, we're going to be able to see more of a southeast wind, or south and southeasterly wind develop. So once that happens next couple of days, that's when our morning temperatures will start to be going up, and it'll just feel a little bit more humid outside. But for this evening, nice weather on tap. We do have the near full moon shining bright tonight. That is actually already risen over the eastern horizon. So good views of that tonight. Tomorrow morning, remember, watch out for that dense fog. Tomorrow afternoon, a few passing clouds. Temps will hit the 80s. Thursday morning is when it doesn't feel quite as dry in the air. That's when our morning temps will be mid-upper 60s, so just a little bit more humidity out there. And then our highs should be able to get up to 90 by Thursday. Our model keeps us fairly dry through at least Thursday afternoon. There is going to be a decaying front getting close to us Thursday night, and before daybreak Friday. Doesn't honestly look like it's going to bring us much rainfall though. Heading into Friday morning, still warming up those morning temps, getting closer to 70, really feeling like summertime out there. And then once again, Friday, not really expecting much rain out there. Into the weekend, we get a little bit better pattern, more conducive for seeing at least a few isolated showers and storms bubble up. The thing is, the only models we can look out for rain chances this weekend are global, relatively lower resolution models, and those type models don't really handle convection all too well, which is what the scenario we're going to have this weekend. So even though this graphic doesn't necessarily show a lot of rain Saturday and Sunday, we are keeping in mind that, hey, with the heat and humidity we're going to see, probably we'll see a few showers and storms bubble up. And for tomorrow night, if you didn't make it to the Green Jackets game tonight, they're continuing their home stretch through the weekend. So Warrior Wednesday tomorrow, and the weather looks great there on the Savannah River for any Wednesday night plans. Clarksville looks good to go. That's been a great spot to be the past few days. Lots of sun. Only thing you have to worry about is that high UV index, especially if you're going to be fishing in the middle of the day. By Thursday, once that front gets a little bit closer towards us, that southwest wind will pick up anywhere from, say, 8 to 12. So a little bit more of a breeze by Thursday. Here's the weekend outlook. Isolated storms both days. I would imagine both days stay majority dry. So I would say maybe there's an hour or two window. You could briefly be influenced by a passing shower or storm. Outside of that, most of the day should stay dry. So I think you should keep your outdoor plans at the moment. But this is going to be a holiday weekend. We have Memorial Day on Monday, and that forecast does look a little bit better to maybe see a few pop-up afternoon storms. This is going to be thanks to a front just getting closer and closer towards us by early next week. We're still going to be ahead of it, so our high temp should still hit in the low 90s. That southwest wind direction just going to be funneling us some Gulf moisture. We're just going to have that opportunity for some storms to be hit or miss around the region. So a heads up for the weekend and Memorial Day plans. Possibly a few showers and storms. Doesn't look to be a washout though, and just really nice warm weather expected for the rest of the work week. Hopefully you have a great night. We do have election results coming in. We're going to actually be doing live cut-ins with election results, so be sure to keep it to the Facebook or the News 12 streaming watch live section, and also our Facebook page, YouTube page. A lot of different ways you can watch us, so we'll be right here giving you those election results, and we'll see you there or later tonight on News 12 at 11.